Hey there, everybody. Well, the Jets finally finished in the fourth quarter on Sunday. They won 38-31 over the Kansas City Chiefs. A big moment for this young Jets team, finishing off a win, going into the fourth quarter with a lead, extending the lead in the fourth quarter, losing that lead, and then getting a huge 75-yard touchdown drive to win the game with the touchdown with 2 minutes left. So recapturing that lead in the fourth quarter. Just a very resilient overall win and a growing up moment for these young Jets. And listen, people need to stop stressing about the fact that the Jets are not ultimately tanking this season. They're 5-7, and you know, this is not as bad of a year record-wise as people thought, which probably most likely means that the Jets will not be getting a very high draft pick if they continue to tack on a couple more wins even from here. But look, just people have to stop stressing about that. It's one draft pick. You can always trade up, and the Jets certainly could do that if they want to get a quarterback. But the Jets right now are getting development from their young players. They are winning. And when they're not winning, they're at least being competitive against teams with better talent, which speaks well to the job that Todd Bowles has done this season. And so, as a Jet fan, as you look at this, I can understand, I guess, the notion of not wanting to win so much and put yourself in football purgatory with another 7-9 type season, middle of the first round draft pick. But ultimately, you have to look at this as a good thing, because it looks more and more like the Jets will not be starting over with another coaching regime next year, and teams that consistently are starting over like that are not functional. So maybe, just maybe, the Jets have found a steadying force in Todd Bowles with the job he's done with this young team, and that's a good thing if you're a Jet fan. It's not something to stress about. There are ways teams can work around not having a super high draft pick after a terrible season. So this was obviously a rebuilding season. The Jets did pull off a so-called tank in the summer when they tore down their roster so much in the offseason. But what's happening right now should be celebrated by Jet fans. You're seeing some of these next generation players performing and growing at a high level, and that should be encouraging. You shouldn't be wanting these guys to go out and stink, and meaning you're going to have to start over all over again at these positions in the draft going forward. You should be celebrating it and recognizing the fact that, hey, there are ways to work around maybe having the 16th pick in the draft if you want to move up, if that's what the Jets choose to do. So listen, stop stressing about the draft. Stop stressing about the fact that the Jets are 5-7 and right in the middle of everything, and not, you know, on one extreme or the other. Just enjoy the progress that these young players have been showing you week in and week out while being competitive, and on the off chance of actually winning a game, which they've done 5 times so far through their first 12 games, and a winnable game next week in Denver, which is a 3-9 struggling team.